Hello, class. How's everything going? Hope you're having a great day. Hope everyone's going good. I'll do a quick rundown of some new functions, some fun ones that are more intermediate Python, but you're on your way, right? So first off, naming for the final. If you do not name your final correctly, I won't grade it. It's simple. If you work in teams, if you work with other people who code and you share responsibilities for writing functions or add to a project, naming usually matters. And like I said, develop a good naming schema for yourself so you could be successful throughout your history of using a computer. So it's pretty simple. 2252 underscore first name, last name, underscore final dot py. That's it. Now, if you choose to open and close files and use a file, submit the file with it because I don't have it, obviously. Some of you on last week's changed the name of the World Series winners. I didn't have that file, right? Some of you chose not to use a file in a lesson called files. Pretty bad. But you did receive some points, right? So that's the naming for the final. Remember, there's two parts to the final. There's three. There's a practice test, optional. The final open book exam, a multi-question open book, and then the final project, your final script, right? Read about it, watch last week's video, it tells you all about it. Good to go. So a couple of commands I just want to go over that are fun. So one is map. Map, what the function of map, what it takes is a function or a lambda that applies it to each item in an iterable object, like a list. So here I have a list, just 1, 2, 3, 4, no big deal. I say map lambda x, x being the each individual item, x times 2, and then store it in output and then print the output. So we should get 2, 4, 6, 8, right? F5, okay, save it, type it. Ooh, look what it did. The output gave us a map object. It is best practice to turn your mapped object into a list of some sort. Let me change that. So now your object, this is output or output is still a mapped object. At the print, we're going to turn it into a list. And here you see that it did exactly. Instead of writing for each object in my object, object times 2, return object. This makes it a little quicker, a little cleaner. But just remember, it applies whatever function you put here to each item of your list. Then returns a mapped object, and you have to change that mapped object to a list or something else. Pretty cool stuff. Handy. Now you know how to read it. Next up, we'll talk about filter. So here I have a list, different strings or names of different lengths. And here, very similar to map, filter takes a function or a lambda. Here I'm using lambdas just so you get more familiar with them. But you can create a custom function that does this too. Gets the length of each item and checks if it's greater than 3. That's all this lambda does. Of course, you could use a def statement, create a function called check greater than 3, and put check greater than 3 here. It's up to you. And then it takes an iterable, which mlist. And once again, it outputs a filtered output, which is a list of, well, we'll check it out. We'll just remove list, and we'll run it. So you see that it returns a filter object. And once again, best practice is to turn that filter object into a list. So you go ahead and run it, check out the filter. Basically, for each object in my list, take that item, grab the length of it. If it's greater than 3, add it to output. False, true, false, true. I got my 2 items that are greater than 3. Awesome. If you're given a list of computer names and you're looking for one that ends in like 86 or has 86 in it somewhere, or has a CX in it, or AZ or AW, something, right? You can hunt down, if you're given just a huge list of stuff, you don't want to rip through it all, rip it through a filter, grab your new list. Awesome, good to go. Right? Very handy. And then we have Zip. Zip does something kind of cool. It combines 2 lists or 2 iterable items into a list of tuples. Or is it a tuple of tuples? We'll find out. Well, here I have it pumped out to a list, but we'll remove that. We'll take a look at it right off the rip, right? So here we have a list. Of course, that's indice 0, and this is indice 0. Names, of course, this is longer than the ages. We'll say this could be named in ages, but I just call list 1, list 2. And here we're zipping list 1 and list 2 together, and then we're going to dump the output. But here we have a zip object. Okay, best practice, turn to, you guessed it, a list is easiest out, usually the easiest to work with. And here, you notice that indice 1 or 0 and 0 got added to the same tuple. So it gives you a list of tuples. And then second object, third object, fourth object, since it didn't have anything matching, didn't even add to the list. Kind of handy. Pretty cool stuff. So if you were so inclined to have a web app that collected name, age, gender, whatever, address, you could basically dump out a list of lists and then zip them all together. And you could zip I don't know. The most I think I've ever done was like 5 or 6. You could zip as many lists as you need to. So that's kind of handy too. But those are fun 3 things I want to touch on. Map, filter, and zip, as well as the name for the final. And the final, once again, is, let me pop it up for you. All the way up. Whoop. Watch this video from last week. I go over a lot for the final. The final courses and course lessons, all the way down to the final exam. Let me make it view so it, boop, there you go. Click on final exam. Here's your final exam. Here's a practice. 50 questions, 50 minutes. Open book, so have your PDFs open. Final exam, read the directions, either PDF or docs, it's the same thing. Make sure that all the requirements are met. As you build your script, build it to each requirement. Pretty easy. If you did a good lesson 5 script, you should be more than halfway on your way. And don't forget to name it how I just covered, which is 2252 _ first initial last name _ final.py. And that is all I have. Let me check the calendar. Because what day are we at? We're on 12/9 already, huh? 12/9, this is our last lecture, last class. 12/14, everything's done. By Wednesday, all missing grades that I asked for to be turned in by Friday, there was a couple stragglers, will be graded by Wednesday. So tomorrow by midnight, they should be posted, so you'll have them on Wednesday. Other than that, it's been my pleasure. Been an easy class. Did a lot of traveling in the beginning. You dealt with me on that, and everyone did great work. Stay focused. Use the stuff. Find a reason to use it. If you find yourself doing something more than once or twice, Python might not be the perfect answer, but PowerShell or Bash maybe. So depending on if you're Windows or Linux, or script it. Save yourself some time. Add it to a scheduled task. Add a cron job. It helps. Keep track of all your code that you write, because it shows critical thinking skills. It shows that you know how to automate. And those are all the huge things going on in the world right now, right? But you guys, it's been a blast. I appreciate it, class. Have any questions, have any emails, shoot them to me. I'll get back with you. Like I said, all missing grades will be, all 8 items will be graded and updated by Wednesday. Enjoy it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.